and it's very clear. It's very clear. Mozambique have come back. Mozambique are back. As we see the 1-1 draw with the equalization coming in at a very critical moment that we still have a very long way to go, but are they going to maintain that position till the end? That is the question we are being asked, if they are going to maintain that position till the end. And of course, if they are smart enough, they should be able to maintain that position. Let's see what happens as the game continues in this prospect with Witty. 55-minute goals. Witty equalized for Mozambique. Let's see what happens here as Witty equalized for Mozambique. We still take the game and see Iran coming to the first half whistle. That is going to still bring them forth with a whole lot of let's see what can be up for grab at this point where the game is already taking another dimension. Game is already going toward the other end. Let's see if Egypt are going to stand their ground and combat for Mozambique, because Mozambique right now are looking that formidable. They are looking fantastic. If Witty can do it with a little bit of recommendation already done, and a bit of recommendation already done, we have seen the substitution as it has been effective. They have carried out substitution. Mozambique have carried out. That is 2 goals to 0. Mozambique are running red. Mozambique are running red. Mozambique are up. Mozambique are going to see off Egypt in this show. We can see it. It is time, guys, for celebration for Mozambique. We already saw it in the first half that Mozambique could be that better. Mozambique have started the game fully in the second half. Mozambique are running up to see if they can run riot. We see Classio Banquet. Classio Banquet do it again. Classio Banquet. Let's see what's happening as we continue to see the game timeline here as it fulfills. That could have been a way forward match. As we see, the cutting razor are proving to be way beyond the reasoning of Egypt are more confused because right now the way the way Mozambique have taken it up, it's a little bit more confusing. We don't know what strategy Classio bucket here. We don't know what has happened, guys. It is really important that we find out what is going on because Egypt now stand the chance not to have gotten any position, not to have gotten any chance to look at it and goes up for what is happening because Egypt really need some understanding about what is happening here, guys. We can see Egypt all the way looking for concentration, looking for a way to understand the magic. And I earlier told you that Mozambique can do it, and they are doing it, guys. They are doing it time and again. They are doing it, and we could still see more to come along the line. More could still come, more could still come in as we see Egypt still begging for the limelight. We see multiple goals with Rendo Mandava yellow card. Clesio Boket is being formidable here. Clesio Boket. So guys, we should see it as a means for Egypt to step up with it all coming into a desperation like it has happened before. If Egypt can get a comeback here, we are not going to be certain that Egypt is going to get a comeback because right now, guys, Egypt are tense with this appendix, with this style of position. We can see within few minutes, it is how many minutes of playing time? Within they have scored within 3 minutes of playing time. We saw Clesio Boket 58-minute, Witty 55-minute goal, and Clesio Boket 58 minutes goal. Just within 3 minutes, we have seen two goals from Mozambique, of which we have witnessed only two substitution from Mozambique. Only two substitution, and we have recorded great impact. So let's see if Egypt can start their own substitution line, guys, because we think it's going to be a substitution that will rescue Egypt. It's going to be substitution that will rescue Egypt at this point. We have already seen Egypt as proving to be the underdog, although it's not yet over. Egypt start their substitution. Egypt start their substitution, as we can see. Egypt start their substitution. Why we see the second goal. The second goal here, we are still looking at it to be up as Egypt are still looking for position. That is also a yellow card for Madava, with all coming in as we see Mohamed Salah being ready to be disappointed with the turnaround, but it is not yet over, guys. We are still looking for a concentration as there have been substitution time and again. Egypt goes in, Mozambique takes it up again. We have seen back-to-back substitution. Egypt takes on with back-to-back substitution. That will be a better way forward for Egypt to have really understood the status of doing things before they could have emerged at that margin where we think Egypt should take it all in the glory to glory, with every indications that Egypt can still make hair for the sun to shine, while we have already seen the status quo of Egypt here being that it is a clear proof that they can still make it up, while Iran have ended with Palestine 3-1 for the first half. That is a better chance for Palestine, and we should see how formidable they can do to make it here for the sun to shine. So we are up, and we are also waiting for the curtain raiser. We are also waiting for the befitting ending to see what can happen as a means of concentration. Let's see it as it is happening from time to time with that margin all pertaining to the pressure being put and mounted on them. This game is taking a different direction, guys. It is really hard out here. It's really going to be a chaos. It's really being going to be something to ponder upon, as all the hopes are being shattered. All the hopes are going down to shadow. Egypt will likely pick their shock at Waterloo. Egypt will likely pick their shock at Waterloo here. That is how we are going to see it happen. But unless otherwise, we should be edible enough to get some sensation how things can happen up to that extent that we got it here with a lot and a lot and a lot. Let's see what happens. Keep on pushing for the game to unveil with a little bit of spices added forward for the game to be more comfortable and more stable for realization. As we see the 70 minutes of game time between Egypt and Mozambique, we still see Mozambique still trying to grind out Egypt, guys. Mozambique is still trying to grind out Egypt with every indications that shows pertaining to the ball position. Egypt have run the show here with Omar Mamouche goes out, Amal Kama goes retires, Omar Mahmoud goes in, Amal Trezeguet goes in, Trezeguet retires, Omar Mahmoud goes in, Omar Kama goes in, and Muhammad Hani goes out. Why Mozambique have taken the third substitution. Larkin goes in and Stanley Ratifo retires with that position at hand, guys. Mozambique are very comfortable playing at 40% ball position. Very comfortable and poised. And we have seen a little bit of trials with 6 shots off target, 2 shots on target, 2 corner kicks. And we are still finding a way on how to define the terms that Egypt have taken up 13 shot off target, 3 shot on target, 59% ball position and 4 corner kicks, but they are unable to rise up to that margin where Mozambique, who are not even trying at that little, have stepped up. What should be the problem? Is it that Egypt with more confidence have instead been more confused than what we were expecting? Let us know, guys. Is it really that Mozambique have really gotten the way out? Egypt should win or lose, and it is a rare case that Egypt have lost their first match in the African Cup of Nations. We have checked the statistics and we have known it, but things have changed. Things have changed today, guys. We saw how things have happened, and that is the same fixture we are predicting for Cameroon. The same fixture we are predicting for Cameroon to play a 1-1 draw with Guinea. That should be the actualization. And if that happens to be a 1-1 draw, guys, that means Giants are falling behind. We wish to see a new face on the trophy. We need to see a new face on the trophy, not the previous veterans like Egypt, like Cameroon, like Ghana, like Nigeria. We need to see something either from Mozambique, either for Burkina Faso, either for Zambia. New team. We need to see a new team to take it the first time. This need to be a way forward match, but we are already guaranteed it is definitely going to be a new team because we are citing Morocco. We haven't seen the performance of Morocco yet. It is still to come. We haven't witnessed the performance of Morocco. It's when we witness the performance of Morocco that we are going to determine whether Morocco will be fit to stand the pressure in the African Cup of Nations that is up for grab. Same like the Asian Cup, we are still waiting to see the new team that is going to emerge victorious with the trophy this year. It shouldn't be an old veterans that is going to take it home again and again. So that is Kamal, and we see Mohamed Salah have lost in the stadium. We are not hearing about Mohamed Salah. We are not seeing Mohamed Salah. And what is happening? What is happening, guys? We are not seeing Mohamed Salah, and we are expecting to see it happens in that way. So let's get it all, and we see the game cover as it is all for grabs. It is still Egypt, Mozambique, as we are not forgetting, right? So let's see why how we see every aspect. It is also a point for grab as Mozambique with the substitution at hand. It is going to be an evidence that we could get. It's going to be an evidence that we can still get a showpiece. We can still get a clear path to make her for the sun to shine. So let's get it up as we see it all in one tackle. If we are checking at that position, guys, we are already up, and we should see it happen again and again and again, so that we can get a clear viewpoints where we have all the tackle, where we have all the margin. That should also tell us that Egypt are not leaving any stone unturned. They are ready for the game, and the game it's up. So let's see what will happen here as we boil down for the cutting razor to be taken to the next level. It is also a game for a margin of concentration where we have seen a lot has happened at that point, and we can clearly see how things have proven to be based on the cutting razor, based on every indications that we have. Based on that, we have seen a substitution line as a means to step up the game. If Egypt have taken their own substitution and it hasn't worked for them, that means Mozambique have taken their own substitution, it has proven to work for them. So the mistakes is from the onset. So Egypt need to understand that things can be done the other way around and not just by the usual way. So let's get it on. And we still continue to ride on to the 80 minutes of game time very soon, and that will be a way forward to show a clear path where we can end the game in glory with a lot of insight in our hands. 76 minutes is not just any way long from now. We are going to see the end of the game in less than 13 minutes. That should be a clear proof that Egypt are still hanging. Egypt are still hanging as we see short of target. Definitely, names don't play football again. Zito, how are you? Welcome. Egypt are in under the umbrella of Mozambique, lamenting there. So, guys, we need one more goal from Mozambique to be certain that it is a Mozambique win. Egypt are still running substitution line. Egypt are still running substitution line. We need one more goal from Mozambique to be certain, to be 100% certain that this is a Mozambique win. Without that, we are still uncertain. The margin is still not very clear because we asked this question: can Mozambique maintain this position till the end of this game? That is the question, and we think Mozambique should be responsible for the answers. And right now, we see Mozambique still stepping up with a lot in their current position where they place 40% ball position. The problem is Mozambique are very great. Watching you from DR Congo. Ezito, thank you so much for the compliment. Shout out to you from DR Congo. Love DR Congo. So right now, the thing is, Mozambique have not tried a lot of wasteful trials as compared to Egypt. Mozambique have struggled to put on target twice, and they are not missing anything like from those two trials on target. It's two goals they have received, not less, not more. While Egypt have already gone up more than Mozambique in the trial, three shot all together on target, 14 shot off target. That is three times more than Mozambique, four corner kicks, but they cannot find a way forward in this game. Anyways, we can say this that even if Egypt lose here, they still have Ghana and Cape Verde in their group. Maybe they will be the underdog, or Egypt will face the challenges for the first time to exit the tournament at the group stage. This will be the first time Egypt to exit the tournament at the group stage. It is going to be disastrous, trust guys. It's going to be a very delicate affair if this happens to the giant itself, because Egypt is a big name when it comes to African Cup of Nations. Egypt is a big name that is well respected by other teams. Unbelievable that Mozambique can end this game with a win against Egypt. We are definitely waiting for a comeback. That will be cool to see Egypt go out in group stage. That is what I'm saying, Richard Brian. We wait to see it because at least they don't need this anymore. They don't need the trophy again. Why would Egypt need this trophy again? They don't need it again. They should go out from the group stage and leave Mozambique, Zambia, other nations. Burkina Faso are there. Let them enjoy the test. Let them have the test of the African Cup of Nations. It's our time to celebrate. Watching you from Mozambique. Mozambique, shout out to you. Much love. I hardly support football, but in this case, I push Mozambique. I push Mozambique to go ahead and succeed in this margin, because right now the temperature is very high, and I love the way Mozambique is playing the game. 40% ball position, no less, no more. Mozambique have not gone above 40%. They are just stagnant. With their two trials on target, they got the clear cutting razor the way they wanted it to be. It's well calculated and well planned. The way the manager or the coach have given it to the players in the tournament before resuming this second half, it's really interesting. They have just followed the right work, do their assignments on time, and they have gotten two goals within 3 minutes. And that is it. 55-minute goal Witty and the 58-minute goal Clesio Boke. So actually Egypt should be the underdog here. California, Brian, shout out to you from California. So actually, Egypt should be the underdog here. We like to see Egypt at the underdog, but the football supremacy is what stands in our mind at time, because the mention of Egypt is the fear of is the beginning of wisdom for other smaller teams. Let me call it smaller teams, but no team is small. But when you mention Egypt to many teams in Africa, they are catching cold because they know the record Egypt have kept based on their history in the African Cup of Nations. To be looking for a trophy, it's enormous. It's really exaggerating. They should allow a new country to go home with this trophy this time around. Haraf Rave, hello, how are you? So that is the case where we see at this point 83 minutes is gone and Mozambique is still pressing. I would like Mozambique to press more and more to just keep the pace low and see them pull up with that margin till they get to the limelight where we are going to see the final whistle and it goes down to celebration as Mohamed Salah has been missing in the stadium. We are not seeing Mohamed Salah. We are not hearing from him. He is lost, and he is the gold machine, much anticipated player of the Egyptian Pharaoh, who will be looking forward to top up and bring in consolation. But to our greatest surprise, Mozambique is in another level. That is the fifth substitution of Egypt. Egypt were not aware that they could take this substitution earlier, but it was when Mozambique brought in two substitutions at the 47 to 50 minutes, and they saw the impact just at starting 55 minutes. That is when Egypt knew that they needed backup, they needed substitution. The starting 11 could not do it by themselves. They needed help. Now, see when the help started coming in. When did help started coming in for Egypt? Egypt started substituting at 66 minutes when the goal was already scored at 55 minutes and 58 minutes. That was the first substitution of Mozambique, which came in with Clesio at 50. Clesio is the second goal scorer who came in as a substitute. Bruno Langa, as we see, is also a substitute. So these two players did it amazingly to see everything possible to change the game format. But before Egypt started substituting, it was already getting to another level that we couldn't understand. So Mozambique have taken already 4 substitution, while Egypt have brought in 5 players. Let's see if the 5 players are going to have some impact in this game. If they are having impact, it should be a positive impact. Even if they have negative impact, it's still no problem. Let's see the game, but we want Mozambique to emerge victorious. We want Mozambique to step up and be the team that many Africans are waiting to see up there as the trophy holder, as the contender in real form. So we are waiting. Mohamed Salah seems to be the record breaker as being the man of the match, rated alongside Clesio Buket, the goal scorer, at the same margin, 7.4, 7.4. So let's see Hassan goes in and Zizo goes out. That is the timeline as we see Amu and M Nini. Muhammad Abdel Mouni goes in for book down. That's already a game where we started. It was very serene. But in the second half, we have gotten 3 yellow cards. 2 for Mozambique and 1 for Egypt. So with that momentum, with that firepower, we are also expecting 4 minutes to come. The game will be ending. We are going to see the final whistle from the central referee, and that is a very critical moment. We are going to likely see 10 minutes of injury time. That is another breakdown for Mozambique. instead of this 10 minutes to be a favorable game for an equalization, we should rather see it as a means to take something and add to something so that we can still produce something more higher than what we have gotten so far. So that shouldn't be underestimated. The effort and the mention of Mozambique shouldn't be underestimated in this match, guys. It is really formidable. We are looking it and we are backing it up with fact. Ahmed Makbot goes in and Ahmed Said goes out. The position now instead reduce 1% down as Mozambique stable and stabilize themselves at 39% ball position, still constantly playing at two shot on target. Guys, to be sincere, if we manage to see Mozambique again tries another shot on target, that is going to be the third goal, because they are not missing on any track. They are not missing. If we happen to see Mozambique again tries one more additional shot on target against the Egyptian Pharaoh, that will be another ball game. That will be another goal. Now there's a substitution there. Mozambique is running number 5 substitution. Mozambique is running the fifth substitution of this game, and that is amazing. Mozambique is just playing like Iran. Iran here playing against the Palestine here is already running riot against Palestine with 4 goals to 1. And Palestine have always played a game where we have always seen Palestine. Iran have always played a game where we have always seen Iran playing a game that we maneuver and substitute all its player to make her for the sun to shine. For example, the game they lastly played with Burkina Faso, it was really a good game because Iran won Burkina Faso. Having winning Burkina Faso, they also did an exceptional job. The coach substituted all the 11 players. At least substitute is what a team need to revive. Substitute is what a team need for revival. If you doesn't substitute, then why are you suppressing the other players for the full 90 minutes to compose themselves under pressure for nothing? So let's see. So let's see. It's Mozambique time to shine, guys. So let's see if it is going to be a way that we expected that Egypt could come back. It is definitely going to be a very difficult task for Egypt to come back because the trials we are seeing so far is really shaggy. The number of trials we are seeing is amazing, but what are they saving? Which purpose are the trials saving? Which purpose are the trials saving? That is what we don't know, because the trials they were enormous. That is injury time of 7 minutes. That is it. Carlos Fernando Zita. Shout out to Mozambique. We have 7 more minutes to go. 7 more minutes to go to see the demolition of Egypt. Egypt is losing here, guys. Egypt is losing. We are going to see the Pharaoh, the veterans of the African Cup of Nations, to be the underdog today, as it has gotten to the point where we couldn't get a rescue group, we couldn't get a rescue squad. That is a shot off target. We couldn't get a rescue from anywhere to rescue Egypt here, but it is clear as we see an amazing and exciting moment for the Mozambican squad. We can see fan chanting here, victory for Mozambique, victory for Mozambique, as Sade Ufet Bwani. It is really a new moment. It is really a new era of football. Let's experience it together. Let's see the new era of football together, guys. It is really hell here for Egypt. Please, guys, as you watch, don't forget to subscribe, like, and share this video for us to tell others that Mozambique are doing it. Please share the video out, share the live stream for us to tell the others that Mozambique can do it, and they have done it today. They will continue to do it, and they will do it again, again and again. So guys, let's go, let's go. It is also a match fixture that is going to see the same margin between Cape Verde and Ghana. We risk seeing Cape Verde winning Ghana. Cape Verde will likely win Ghana. It is going to be same scenario like Nigeria, Guinea, Equatorial Guinea. Nigeria, Equatorial Guinea, it's going to be same result. So had it been, we didn't see Equatorial Guinea emerging as the first goal scorer, while Esimihe equalized 2 minutes later, with that margin of concentration, we could have seen something different. Along the line, Nigeria were unable to score again. They were really unable to score and survive the rout. But right now, we are playing already a video reviewing progress in penalty, guys. We are going to get penalty here. That is going to be a blue for Mozambique. If it is going to be against Mozambique, that's going to be a blue, a total blue for Mozambique. If it's going to be for Mozambique, and if it goes to Pharaoh, we are going to see a total shout out for Mozambique. What country are you from? Mozambique? No, I'm not from Mozambique. Langi X, I'm not from Mozambique. You think I'm from Mozambique, that's why I'm supporting Mozambique? It's not like that. It's just the passion, it's just the observation on how dominant Egypt is for the African Cup of Nations, but it's not bad. We just back up other teams to experience the glory of being triumphant, of being at the hem of experiencing the joy in taking home the African Cup of Nations. It's important, right? But if Egypt claims to be the veterans that they are, no problem. Let them take it and go with it. We are still going to celebrate with it, but it is not that we cannot talk about it. We have to talk about it. The Portugal, Miguel Silva, hello. That is penalty. Egypt have equalized, guys. I'm from Mozambique. Elias, it says Mojongo, hello. Loving this moment. That is good. Let's see if Egypt is going to miss this penalty. Let's see if Egypt is going to miss this penalty. That is Mohamed Salah. Mohamed Salah. Oh, there is a technical fault, guys. There is a technical fault here, as we have seen the game coming in with that margin. Let's bring you the different version of what we have as the means of getting things done the right way. And now we see the penalty here, as it is still boiling down to get things done the right way, and it is not heated to here. That is still the game as we review the penalty, and the penalty have been given to Mohamed Salah. Let's see if Mohamed Salah can get the goal done here with little or no effort, because Mohamed Salah is good at scoring penalty. We know, of course, they are good. Mohamed Salah is good at scoring penalty. We know that, and we have always seen that happen. Not only in this match, we have seen Mohamed Salah score and equalize via penalty time without number, and we think that's what is going to happen here. Penalty awarded inside additional time by Mohamed Salah. Let's see if he's going to win the game or equalize against greetings from Germany, Laughing Egg. Shout out to you from Germany. Mustak Ahmed, draw. Let's see if it's going to be draw. We are still watching. I hate penalties. Richard Bryant, we don't have any choice. We have to take it because it has already happened and we are seeing it. That is a goal. Mohamed Salah just scored to equalize against Mozambique. Mohamed Salah takes it up. Mohamed Salah has taken it up. 2-2 against Mozambique, and it is already gearing toward the end. It is already gearing toward the end. As we see, it is really pathetic to see that despite the effort put in by Mozambique to protect themselves from being eliminated, from being equalized, they instead get themselves into more problems than they could solve. So actually, we can get a draw. A draw is not bad. A draw we still see Mozambique stand the, a draw we still see Mozambique stand the opportunity to emerge to the next stage, the round of 16. So it's not bad. It's not bad. A draw is not bad. Let's see. Mohamed Salah have always loved to score a penalty goal here, but we don't know what has happened. That is should be the margin at which we have seen it, but it's fine. It's still okay. A draw is still okay. A draw is still a possibility that they have stood their ground to do it to that point where we are in the injury time. Where we are in the injury time. So let's see it in injury time where we have already sacrificed everything to see there is a technical fault again, guys. What is really happening? Let's get it up and see again what is up for grab. I would have been better, but we could have seen another position for us where we got the game all on the way. Looking up now to Egypt, who are still looking formidable, who are still looking befitting, but it is still not certain where we are heading to at this point. As the game, we wait for the final whistle. Mozambique draw against Egypt. It's already 99 minutes. Leaving a match with a penalty at the end just ruins matches. Of course, this is draw. Yeah, draw. Ghana, we go for win. Christian Eden, we wait for Ghana in 30 minutes. Ghana is coming in an hour time. Christian from Pakistan, support. Matak from Pakistan, shout out to you. Richard Brian. Please, guys, don't forget to like the stream, subscribe, and follow. We could still be there to see everything happen. Morocco, Jello, Morocco. We see Morocco as the favorite to carry on the Nations Cup. We see Morocco as the favorite to carry the Nations Cup. But we haven't seen their performance until they prove it to us. Until they prove it to us. So let's see how things are going to turn out if Mozambique can score again, because we have already gone past the injury time. From Pakistan, Mohamed, vive la Maroc. Maroc, c'est un choix préféré pour la CAN de cette année. On verra comment ils vont réagir pour cet soutien qu'on donne au Maroc, parce qu'on les voit comme les meilleurs avoir porté la coupe. Voilà ce qu'on voit. Mais la match viendra pour nous dire s'il peut arriver à ce niveau pour remporter la Coupe d'Afrique. Donc, voilà les projets que nous envoie. Comment ça va se réagir. That's a yellow card and an injury at the same time for Morocco. But we still see Mozambique as they stand to be getting injury at 101 minutes and a yellow card at the same time. This is really devastating, guys. This is really something that we shouldn't have gotten at this point, because it's really devastating to see that. Is to see that Egypt, instead of scoring direct goal, they will have gone through every means to see that the game have ended. The game have finally come to an end. With the game coming to an end right now, Egypt have emerged in a draw, which nobody thought it was going to be a draw. That was never in the ideology of Beto's and supporters. I never thought Egypt would draw, but finally it has come to an end and Egypt have draw here. Let's say it is really a good congratulation first to Mozambique to have stood their ground to this level, because it's not easy to see a team like Egypt to play draw out at this moment. It's not really easy. So Mozambique have tried their best. They have tried their possible best, and we celebrate with them and say congratulations to them for having tried that hard. So it is a glorious moment for Mozambique, and I thank you all guys for coming in to participate, for coming in to share with us. It was a great moment to have with Egypt and Mozambique and with you fans. So if it is that we have seen every steps of this match excitingly, it is a real game where, so let's say a slow start for Egypt. A slow start for Egypt, definitely, as we could see. As we see Ghana, Cape Verde coming on.
When I wake up in the morning, I make this same noise.
Let's refresh now and see what to do to take Egypt to the next level of concentration, as it has always been the match where we have seen a lot of happening. With that being said and done, it is a game where it has ended a draw game with Mozambique being that formidable. It is not easy to play under 40% ball position, and this is a draw 100%. Yeah, it's already a draw, Jama. Mozambique did well. They deserve the 3 points extremely well, even though they plays at a very low ball position. So guys, it was a good game. Mozambique did well. Mozambique did extremely well, as we could see, and now Iran is still running their 73 minutes with Palestine, as they will be ending in less than 17 minutes to come. While we wait for them to come to an end, we also prepare for Cape Verde, Ghana, that comes in a moment from now. So let's see it happens. Let's see what happens as we increase the chances for the game to come to pass with what has already happened to be continue happening. That will be the continuation of what we had as a means to take it to the limelight. So let's see. So it was very nice watching Mozambique versus Egypt as they drew their match to come out on top with 0-0. So it's still the glory as we see it all coming in. So, guys, we came to an end of Egypt versus now we are taking it up with that limelight where we have seen the game coming in between Iran and Pakistan. Hello, guys, that is the game as we saw it. That's really something to ponder upon. Hello guys, that's the game as we saw it, Egypt and Mozambique. Egypt have struggled under the umbrella of Mozambique to even score a penalty in the injury time to equalize to 2-2, while Mozambique have been dominated by Egypt throughout, playing below ball position 40. And now we saw the first goal by uh, Mustafa Mohammed at 2 minutes, and the second goal by uh, Witty at 55 minutes. After 2 minutes, we saw Closio Boket with two goals against Egypt. And finally, Mohamed Salah saw it at 97 minutes with a penalty to help Egypt level up with Mozambique. And we say Mozambique, congratulations, because they have tried their best. They have really done it. That is the way forward as we move on to see if they can emerge triumphs. With that done and said, we should also see every aspect being earmarked and given the rightful attribution. That is the way forward as we see injury for Palestine. Still looking forward to maintain what is up for grab. That is still Palestine, Iran running up their 2 minutes goal. That is the game. As we see, the game coming to an end. Iran still looking for a space to finalize their game and take it to the